So this is the little suite setup that I have for my Psalmopoeus irminia, the Venezuelan suntiger. And it's actually a cool little setup. But what's not cool is if you come home from work and see that you forgot to put the lid back on from the night before. So a frantic search was immediately conducted, and I looked every possible area that the tarantula could have been hiding. I looked in everywhere, including shoes, under cabinets, under the desk, and basically just pretty much gave up. So this particular morning I woke up early and was checking my email. And while I was checking my email, I noticed a little bit of movement with my peripheral vision. And after rubbing the sleep out of my eye, I quickly knew that it was missing Psalmopoeus irminia, my Venezuelan suntiger. My camera was right next to my computer desk, and I flipped on a light switch and started recording, and this is the actual video footage. Almost immediately I realized that the suntiger had a very small abdomen and hasn't eaten in a while, so I knew feeding was in order here. Now the reason why I left the lid off in the first place was because the suntiger had just molted about 5 or 6 days prior, and I wasn't really sure if he or she was actually going to eat or actually start accepting food. So what I did was I offered a cricket, and then the suntiger kind of hesitated on eating the cricket almost immediately. So I figured I'd leave it in there for just a few minutes to see if the suntiger would actually eat the cricket. But being that I was in the process of feeding my other teas, I totally forgot to put the lid back on. And then I had actually went to bed, fell asleep, woke up the next morning, went to work, and then when I came back from work that evening, that's when I discovered that the lid was off from the suntiger's little container. And just seeing the lid off the container, knowing that that's not supposed to be like that, it just kind of gives you a shock. And it's not really so much of losing the suntiger, because those can be easily replaced, but just knowing that this little suntiger, especially being like a 2-inch sling, is not gonna survive, and it's either gonna go into under a sink or a counter, or it's not gonna have any. It's not gonna find any food to sustain itself, or water to keep itself hydrated. So it's kind of like almost like a runaway child that has been able to get out and run away, then realize, hey, I can't survive out in this big world. So surprisingly enough, this suntiger actually came back to my computer and was saying, here I am. So needless to say, I'm very happy that I got this little sling back into its enclosure. And the first thing this little suntiger does is, after getting back into its little container, or its little home, it ends up going straight for the little water container. And it actually drinks for about approximately for 3 or 4 minutes. It's just amazing, just amazing. Also, before this video ends, I'd like to do a shout out request for a fellow tarantula hobbyist named Tarantula Matt. So check out his webpage, he's a really cool guy. And thanks for checking out my video. Bye bye.